Regular City Council meeting scheduled for 5 p.m. December 7th will now come to order. Roll call.
Councillor Rousey.
Here.
Councillor Koivunen.
Here.
Councillor Purpich.
Here.
Councillor Lillis.
Here.
Mayor Vysalovich.
Here. You know, I didn't see much about Pearl Harbor Day today, you know. Usually you saw some more stuff on TV and print and everything about that, but there's a few survivors, I think, yet from that. Approval of minutes, City Council meeting November 16th, 2021. If no one has any changes or questions, call for a motion and we approve those minutes.
So moved.
Motion made by Rousey. We have a support.
Support.
Support by Purpich. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Item D, approval of agenda. Everybody got the revised agenda for tonight? If there's no questions or changes or additions, call for a motion that we approve tonight's agenda as it stands.
So moved.
Motion made by Lillis. We have a support.
Support.
Did you do that, Joe?
Yes.
Okay, support by Koivunen. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. We have no appointments, presentations, consent agenda, approval of payroll, November 1st through the 15th, approval of claims for November, agreements between City of Eveleth, LELS, and we had the Steel Workers Union, and item 4, agreement between AFSCME and the City of Eveleth. We actually got all the contracts done before the end of the year. And when the last one was yesterday, Jackie, they approved it.
Yes.
Think so. Well, that's nice to see. Anybody have any questions or anything?
I would just like to say that I have to abstain from item number 4, the contract with AFSCME. I will be voting on items 1, 2, and 3.
Well, I'll take them as 1, 2, and 3 and take 4 as a separate.
Okay?
Because I don't think, John, can you vote on that one?
I don't know.
I don't believe Pete can vote on number 4, but you can vote on 1, 2, and 3, John.
Okay.
I'll vote on anything.
If no one has any questions, a call for a motion that we approves items 1, 2, and 3.
So moved.
Motion made by Koivunen. We have a support.
Support.
Support by Purpich. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 4. Agreement between the City of Eveleth and AFSCME. Call for a motion that we approve this item.
So moved.
Motion made by Purpich. We have a support.
Support.
Support by Koivunen. Any further discussion?
I abstain.
Abstain.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. I'll tell you what, it was nice to get them all done because they're all up the first of the year. Works out. So we start off the year clean. No public hearings. We have no unfinished business, and we'll jump into new business. Liquor licenses for 2022. Anybody have any questions on anything there? And
Have they come in and made their application, Steph? All of them that are on the list here?
Wait, everyone on the list, we're just gonna, if you could just make your motion contingent on that, all of the taxes and utilities that have been paid in our state.
This is the same old stuff that we've
Yeah.
done every year.
Same old.
It was what I always used to complain about, that, you know, our licenses were good until the first of the year, so why do we have to do it now? But then I understand it has to go through the state, and so I will also move that we grant these contingent on all the stuff coming in.
motion made by Koivunen. Do we have a support?
Support.
Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 2, tobacco licenses for 2022. We got 4 of them, eh?
There used to be 24 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Anybody have any questions on any of them? It's same circumstances, step 2, that'd be current? Okay. Someone want to make a motion with those conditions?
So moved. I'll second that.
Motion made by Coy, did you make it or Jim? Motion made by Purpich, support by Rosie. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Item number 3, second amendment to executive listing agreement for city-owned property, 701 Hattrick Avenue. That is the old Days Inn site, right?
Correct?
Old Days Inn. You get any leads on anything for there, Jackie?
Yeah, so Chris Kubish from SVN Northco is the broker, and he's working his trap line, continues to work the trap line. So when we have a good prospect that's really interested, I'll be able to come back to you guys, but right now he's still working the
Now,
trap
do we
line.
have 2 lots up there or 1?
It's the main lot, plus that one that's like to the south of it.
Yeah.
Contiguous to each
Okay.
other, yep, the whole thing.
Anybody have any questions or anything? Call for,
This is just to make this.
To extend it,
so
yes.
this can- I'll make a motion that we
approve this, okay. We have a support?
Support.
Support by Lillis, motion made by Purpich. Any further discussion? Well, maybe once things start settling down, you know, people are moving around in businesses because of this COVID, that put things back like 2 years. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Item 4, resolution authorizing conveyance of real estate to Ely Lake Seaplane Base LLC. I think,
Can someone explain this to me a little bit?
yep.
There's a whole bunch of property here, correct?
So, the Ely Lake Seaplane Base was given to the cities of Eveleth and the cities of Virginia because we own the airport together. We own the main airport and now the seaplane base together. And there was a clause in there that indicated that if the airport authority board, which is purely a managing entity, chose at any time that they didn't want to continue to operate the airport, that the airport reverted back to the donor. So Councilor Koivunen and Mayor Vysalovich, and I think Jim, you might be an alternate, has been working with the airport authority to figure out what to do with the seaplane base to make it viable. The grass strip across the street's not licensed, hasn't been licensed for a really long time. It's not, doesn't qualify for federal funding, may qualify for some state grants, but the board voted to turn the property back to the donor. Because the city of Eveleth and the city of Virginia are the owners, you have to take this action to revert the property back. The city of Virginia, they have an ordinance that requires them to take action after 2 readings. You only require 1. So this will probably happen by the end of the year, by the time it gets through 2 readings at the city of Virginia. So we're giving the property back to the donor.
And that's the Sea-Base LLC.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's, we looked at it for the amount of use and the money involved and time. And there's some issues out there where you got a big liability exposure.
This
with the
pulls us
grass
out of
strip.
all liability issues.
So that's, we try to block it, the planes were using that strip. And they put a camera there, somebody stole the camera, you know, to see who was doing, then they finally blocked it off with some big barriers. I mean, there's just not enough people, you know, who are flying with that like years ago. The place was full, and it was always in private ownership until us. And we just thought it wasn't worth the resources we would have to commit to that.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions? They're still gonna have a base there, but somebody else is gonna be operating it privately again. Call for a motion that we approve this resolution.
So moved.
Motion made by Koivunen, do I have a support? Support by Rosie. What are you whispering?
A little frog in my
Oh.
throat. Support. There we go.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye, opposed, motion carried. Yeah, I wonder what you're up to whispering like
No,
that.
I got a little clog going, but I got rid of
Oh,
it.
okay, you're all right?
I'm fine.
You're gonna make it,
Everything's good.
you're gonna make it to the end of the meeting?
Maybe.
Oh. Resolution authorizing the city of Eveleth to make application to and accept funds from the Minnesota Secretary of State for 2021 voting equipment grant. We got any good odds of getting this? Steph, you think?
I think the odds are okay, so we have to upgrade. It's a requirement, and so the county's got some money out there They're supposed to apply through the Secretary of State. Last time, I believe we got money from them. I did budget the purchases anyway for this year, but didn't purchase them because we knew the grant was coming, so I remain hopeful. How's that?
Oh, that's good. You're an optimist. I like that. Anybody have any questions or anything? I'll call for a motion that we approve this resolution.
So move.
That was stereo.
I know, wow. Who wants to take first?
I'll take the motion.
Okay. Motion made by Little, support by Purpich. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Item number 6, change order number 1 from Beaton Company in amount of $5,239.68 for Garfield Street construction.
Look at Joey's face.
I know. Al, what is that one about?
So this is a final compensating change order. The amount of work they did exceeded the contract by that amount. In that work consisted mainly of removing some rock, I believe on the 600 block. When we total up all the quantities, that's how much over the contract, that this puts them. So we need to approve the change order prior to being able to
For the final payment?
make the
Okay.
final payment. to it.
I would give you my spiel about change orders until I saw when they first dug up
Oh.
the rocks that were in there and saw firsthand that I will so move that we pay this because that's a drop in the bucket. So there is a first time that I thought this was gonna be more because there was so much rock there. And I just
Yeah.
can't believe how they used to do it back in the early 20s with horse and however them guys were strong.
Well, there was channels cut into rock for the utility lines. I don't know how they chiseled those out. That one construction boss was telling me. He goes, I don't know how long it took or how they did it. It had to all be manual. You know, that's.
It was unbelievable when you got to look in there to see what they went through. It was a little.
All that taconite there under the street.
That's not your, yeah, I'm just gonna say that's not your ordinary rock.
No, that's
Pretty hard stuff.
taconite, as hard as it gets. So you're making a motion,
I will
Joe?
make a motion that we pay it.
Pay this change order. We got a support.
I'll support it.
Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Pay request number 6, final from Beaton Company, an amount of $242,928.86 for Garfield Street construction.
You know, this project started out, it was many years ago, Councilor Hadrava was talking about it, and, you know, it was $1.5 million project, and everybody was, should we, shouldn't we? And then the council bit the bullet because we knew that this had to be done. So I am very proud, and I will say that I will make this motion to pay this off because it was one of the biggest streets we've had to do in the town.
Yeah,
So,
it was not an easy project, I'll tell you
no, and
that.
I'm glad we did it.
Anytime you're working with a hill and you're trying to keep grade and anything from washing away and, you know, doing that, it's not an easy job.
They
Well,
did a
you know-
wonderful job.
You know how long that can got kicked down the road? I'll leave
Oh.
it for the next council to take care of it.
Well, actually, yeah, it's, the thing about being on the council is you keep everything in going and then you're gonna have to start all over from stage 1 again after so many years, so it's just the evolution,
Yep,
you know, and that was a big project and I'm glad we did it.
it was probably one of the toughest street projects we had.
Yeah. And they did a wonderful job, I mean, they were
They did, it looks great.
excluding, you know, up by Paul's Italian Market, you know, he was closed a little longer than, it was really good.
Well, I don't think anybody expected what they ran into there.
Oh, how could you?
You couldn't even see that backhoe, it was so far down when he got towards Main Street, that block.
I think the weather might have helped them a little bit too this year because it was so dry, so they didn't have that many rainouts.
Yeah, that's. Any further discussion? I'll call for a motion that we pay this final pay request for the Garfield Street project.
Also move.
Motion made by Koivunen, we got a support.
Sport.
Support by Purpich. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. We got a resignation from, Ray's that Eli, is that her name?
Something to that effect.
Ray from firefighter for the Eveleth Fire Department. Call for a motion that we accept Raymond's resignation and send him a letter of thanks for his service.
So, support.
Motion made by Rousey, support by Lillis. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Item number 9, addendum number 1 to agreement between St. Louis County and the City of Eveleth, CBDG grant. Jackie, what's,
That was for the Garfield Street project.
Oh, okay.
And they just sent this addendum over so we could have until December 31st of this year. I already did submit the reimbursement request, so signing this will be good.
oh, okay. Call for a motion that we approve this addendum to the agreement.
So moved.
Motion made by Purpich, we have a support.
Support.
Support by Rousey, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Next item, facilities use agreement between the City of Eveleth and Independent School District number 2909, Rockridge Public Schools. Jerry, were you involved on this one, negotiating?
Yep, both items, me and Jackie were both involved, but, there's been not many changes to the old facility use agreement plan, but there were a few things. They'll be sharing softball fields again this year, so there's.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and the Hippodrome again, one more year. They're gonna do 1-year contracts at the Hippodrome. And then, I believe it was the golf course, yeah, for the high school players
Oh, okay.
to golf at, so that's the agreement between those three facilities. And I think a big change was they won't be doing cross-country out at the golf course anymore. A lot of times they do damage at the course if the weather's bad, so.
Oh, okay.
Now that they join forces anyway and it's one school, they're gonna do them somewhere else.
Okay.
And they kinda agreed to that already, so.
Yeah, I know that was kind of the concern
Yeah.
out there.
Jared, there was something in here too, I don't remember where it was, but something about the banners and stuff.
Yeah.
Will reflect Rock Ridge now?
Well, yeah, anytime they're renting the Hippodrome, we agree on putting banners up, whatever colors they have or the school name. So we removed the bear this year, and we have the Hockey Hall of Fame logo in the middle now. And they gave us a banner just recently to hang in there, just a Rock Ridge School District banner, so we did that. It isn't gonna change a whole bunch, but.
Well, I used to go up to football games that are right by my house. And they're packed when they're playing up there. But you look in the bleachers, you got Rockridge jerseys the kids are wearing, Blue Devils, Golden Bear, and I mean, there's pretty much equal numbers, of everything. It was kind of neat to watch that. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Anybody else have any questions on the facilities agreement?
You're happy with it, Jared, then? Nothing's,
Yep, no, it looks good.
okay. I'll make a motion that we accept this,
Motion made by Purpich. Do you have a support? Does that include the ballpark up there? Or just
At the school, or it includes the south side ball field.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering.
Softball.
Okay. We have a support to Jim's motion.
I'll support it.
Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye, opposed, motion carried. Well, that takes care of our new business. Anybody have any committee? Jesus Christ.
Sounds like an alien beaming down.
The kids are after me here. Holy man, one then the other. Wait for the dog to call next. I should have put the meeting on at home for her, but she's watching something else. Anybody have any, since the last meeting, any commission reports or meetings? Things been pretty quiet.
I had one meeting up at the Rock Board, but I didn't make it. I was out of town, and it was a Christmas party type of one.
Oh.
I haven't really heard much about it yet, but if there's any problems, Jack, you'll hear.
I don't believe I picked up any, rec board, minutes. Did you see
I
any?
haven't received any.
Okay.
I thought we had some. Must have-
Thought we had some.
Yeah, I thought we had a rec.
I did read the rec ones, mine was the rock board, I meant.
You had minutes, so I don't think they've met since the last meeting, have they?
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think so.
Well, I've got nothing to bring up. John, you have any meetings or?
I think we had 2 meetings, did we not? HRA and EDA. I'll take the HRA, that's the easy one. Everything's going great. We're looking at an expenditure on a new snow removal device, machine. And this one's gonna make it through this year because we couldn't get it now anyway, because it's probably in a container somewhere off the coast. But they bought one just like it at Virginia HRA, so our guys are gonna go over there and check it out, train on it and stuff, and if it fits our need, we'll be getting something similar to that. And it's about what, 25G, 25K?
Roughly, yeah.
Something like that, but it's well needed up there. They have a lot of sidewalk, a lot of people,
Yeah.
a lot of snow.
There's a lot of kids there. too. You see
Oh,
them going to
guaranteed,
school. I mean,
guaranteed. There's
A lot of
lots.
families up there.
Yeah. But everything's going good as far as financial and have a good boost in the back, and I think we're doing good up there. Good occupancy, no problems.
Well, that's good. Well,
EDA,
EDA, we had the pleasure of meeting the new managers for the Lincoln Place Apartments,
oh,
and they gave us a budget proposal and just met with us to explain some of the things that they've got going on, you know, some of the things they've experienced and some of the things they look forward to doing, and give us some good sound business reasoning why they are doing some of the things they're doing. So I very much appreciated their time that they took to come and update us. I think hopefully if we follow the same path that they're prescribing, that things should go quite well into the future here.
I think their occupancy is pretty good.
I think they have
Yes.
one open,
One open?
one or 2, I think it was, or maybe 3 at the most.
I think, yeah, and it varies.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always the same amount or the same numbers. So.
Joe, you got anything else to bring up, or
I got nothing else.
Jim?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Brian, you got anything else to add?
No, sir.
Johnny, you set enough tonight, or what?
I'm done,
Oh,
all done.
I really got nothing to bring up. We got airport commission meeting Thursday. So, have some stuff after the first of the year to talk about, probably. Chief, you got anything to add?
I have nothing, thank you, Bill.
Jerry?
Nothing tonight, Mayor, thank you.
Ellen?
No, nothing, thank you.
Jackie, you got anything?
Yeah, I'm hoping that you or John can pull the winner. Winning game
Oh.
for January 14th. Minnesota Wild versus Anaheim Ducks.
Here you go, Bobby, you're gonna be the guy.
You're just putting the pressure on me all the
Constantly, you
time.
gotta make sure you stay sharp.
Lewis Turner, Eveleth, Minnesota.
Sweet Lou Turner.
All right. Good luck, Lou.
Louis, he's gonna be overjoyed with that one. Yes, he will. Sweet Louis.
Steph, you got anything to add? Carl, you got any good news?
I had a meeting with the barber. It was a little tense, but everything came out.
Both ears.
So, yeah. So we're good. Thank you, Mayor.
Perfect.
Well, I say, I don't have anything. Anybody from the audience have anything to comment on? If not, I'll adjourn the meeting, and then we have our truth and taxation.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. We can take a little break here, guys. Meeting is adjourned.